just set to thrill. Ben and John are here, making time stand still. Diving deep, where others just pretend. They're your guides on this journey, chasing dissent. Chasing dissent, where truth's the quest. Ben and John won't give it a rest. In the maze of facts, they find their way, bringing the dawn of a clearer day. They laugh, they probe, they take no sides. Through rabbit holes they take their strides. With wit and banter, they're heaven sent. Ben and John, chasing dissent. So hit subscribe, don't be content. Join the chase, be omnipresent. With Ben and John, no time is misspent. On the trail with chasing dissent. Chasing dissent, where truth's the quest. Ben and John won't give it a rest. In a maze of facts, they find their way, bringing the dawn of a clearer day. Chasing dissent, where truth's the quest. Ben and John won't give it a rest. In a maze of facts, they find a way, bringing the dawn of a clearer day. They laugh, they probe, they take no sides. Through rabbit holes, they take their strides. With wit and banter, they're heaven sent. Ben and John, chasing dissent. So hit subscribe, don't be content. Join the chase, be omnipresent. With Ben and John, no time is misspent. On the trail, with chasing dissent. Chasing dissent, where truth's the quest. Ben and John won't give it a rest. In a maze of facts, they find their way, bringing the dawn of a clearer day. Chasing dissent, where truth's the quest. Ben and John won't give it a rest. In a maze of facts, they find a way, bringing the dawn of a clearer day. They laugh, they probe, they take no sides. Through rabbit holes, they take their strides. With wit and banter, they're heaven sent. Ben and John, chase.
Good evening, one and all. I come to you this evening as a response to our Prime Minister's emergency broadcast, because I think I have to do one of my own now. It's just getting really, really silly. I don't actually know 100% where to start, but I tell you what, I'll start at the beginning, shall I? We all know what happened, and we all know that there was as always on social media, there's a complete mismatch of untruths, half-truths, truths, semi-truths. You know, there's a complete mishmash of nonsense going on social media, and you got to pick your way through it. And my default position is believe nothing. Believe nothing to start with. Because it's like, you know, people just make up shit for clicks and likes. And right, so this incident happened, okay? And then later that night, there was some consternation. And then the following 2 nights, I believe, it's gone nuts. Now, I can understand people being angry. I'm angry. And the thing is, the people's anger was directed on this occasion in the wrong direction. But you know what? The mainstream media, the government, the police and the courts fueled the situation. Because they didn't release any information at all, did they? And so people were making stuff up, and people were then taking it and running with it. Now, you can believe what you like about whatever kind of sub-political groups there are in the country. But my view is you very much got an angry population that's balancing on a knife edge at the moment. And I think Ben and I might talk more about this tomorrow night, because I think we need to review the government's performance over the last, 3 weeks of being in power? Have they actually made it to a month yet? Well, yeah. No, they haven't. 3 freaking weeks. So, right. So let's see where we stand. So, and hey, come back at me if you think I'm completely out of order here or I'm wrong. Don't worry about it, Shalini. You can go ahead. You're a moderator anyway. Good God, it's a sad state of affairs when the moderators are having to moderate themselves. Right. Where are we going? Well, first of all, let me say thank you for joining me at this very, very short notice, because I was sitting reading Twitter, chilling out, waiting for the rabbit hole to start with Ed and I at 9 o'clock, because I really enjoy the rabbit hole. It's a decompression zone for me. It's great. And we've got a wee surprise for you next week as well. But apart from that, I really enjoy the chats I have with Ed. And it gets you away from stuff like this, because no matter how you dress this up, it doesn't matter. It's a horrific thing to have happened. And then, of course, it throws up all the other horrific things that have happened, like the Taylor Swift concert and Dunblane and all these things. And then you get people apologising for things that are now happening, and because the Dunblane thing wasn't, someone from another country. Well, to be fair, when Dunblane happened, Scotland didn't have any immigrants, really. I mean, I hadn't seen a black man until I went to England to visit my granny. Seriously, I'm not kidding. The first time I saw a black man was in London. Because recently, the only time round here that I've actually seen a black gentleman has been in the last 2 years, because Scotland's still 96% white, regardless of what Humza thinks or wants. But aside from that, that's not the point here. The point here is I got a label on my account on Twitter yesterday for spam or misleading information. Now, I don't know how. Well, I suspect I do know how, because apparently I hadn't been blocking bots that were following me, and I didn't realise. I blocked 130 of them this morning. So I had a label on my account saying I had spam or misleading information. And the only thing I really put out was, and I'll show you what I put out. I've got a photograph of it, and we'll put it up. Let's have a look at it. No, that's not what I put out. Right, so I put this out on the 29th of July, not long after all this happened, because people were saying that someone had been arrested. The only thing they got right was the age, right? Now, this channel3now.com purports to be a news agency. When you look at it, if you go to the website, it's like, it's a bit like Jason Descent, except it's less, because when you go to our Who Is page, you'll get information about the company that start, and where the registrant is and everything. But this one's all hidden. But it is hosted and based in, where's it based? It's based in Massachusetts in the States. This is a guy in his basement. In fact, this is a guy like me. or a guy like Ben. You know, this is someone in a studio or a basement or whatever talking to the world because they can and because they want to try and, you know, make something of themselves and get their information out there. But this guy's been disingenuous because what he's done is he's just made stuff up. And the papers have picked up on this today, right? And you've seen the headlines in the papers. I mean, let's have a look and see if we can see some. Because the headlines in the papers are some of the most ridiculous things I've ever actually seen. I think it's crazy. Let me see if we can get some Twitter stuff in here. Yep, add it in. Come on. Why does it not come up? Let me see. Let's try that. How's that? Right. Okay. So now we've got Twitter. And we don't need that side. And we don't need that side. So we can click on that and then we can make this bigger so you can have a better chance of seeing what's on there, right? Okay, so there you've got Keir doing his bit, and fine, that's fine. Let's see what's on the right. So Chief Constable Sir Andy Marsh, I've just left 10 Downing Street after a meeting with the Prime Minister, Home Secretary and policing colleagues. I'm grateful to Keir Starmer for his support from my colleagues on the front line. Yeah, okay. Spoke to media afterwards with full statement, blah, blah. Who cares? Right. Where are we looking for? We're looking for... Oh, that is a travesty. That's another thing that's really annoying me today. I just cannot stand that. That's just ridiculous. Where's the papers all gone? Right, let's have a look. Is there no... Good grief. Good grief. They were all over the place. Hold on, let's have a look. Oh, I tell you what. Let's try my notifications. No, it's not there either. Freaking hell. I don't know what's going on in Twitter these days. You get something shoved in your face all night, and then when you go to look for it, it's all gone. Right, okay. Let's call that a joke. Let's go back to the picture. Right. So anyway, I tweeted this out on the 29th of July before any riots or anything started, because you know none of the information in that snippet there that purports to be from channel3news.com is valid, and nobody should have been taking it seriously. Now, my point is, why was the MSN not all over this? Why weren't they putting this out on all available things saying this is a load of nonsense? You know, don't believe it. But no, they just sat in their butts and did nothing. Now, if I can pick up on it, and I wasn't really, I mean, I was doing other things. I just came across it and thought, oh, hold on, that doesn't look right. So it took me like 3 minutes to check it out. So this isn't hard stuff, you know? This isn't like having to put a team of researchers on it. This is a 3-minute basic who is check, looking at where the thing's registered and who's running it. And you can see from that it's been run by a guy in a basement. So this pisses me off because they complain about independent media like us putting out misinformation when the MSN are not putting any information out. And that's the problem. Because if you don't give people information for them to think about and work on, they'll make stuff up. And when they start making stuff up, you see what occurs. And the police are just as bad, the courts are just as bad, because you withhold someone's name and immediately everyone jumps to a conclusion. And we all know what that conclusion is. But everybody jumps to it because, oh, if they're not saying who it is, well, then we know, boom, 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 certain criteria are fulfilled here. And certainly some of them were. But there was important criteria in there that might have been useful to know that he wasn't part of a certain religious group. Would that not have been a useful thing to know? Would that maybe have defused the situation? So the question then is, why? Why is the government not on this? Why did they allow this to happen? Did they want this to happen? Because that's a conspiracy theory. Surely not. Surely Starmer didn't engineer this to score brownie points, because I don't think he's scoring any points at the moment because his performance looks abysmal. The police look abysmal. We're again seeing two-tier policing in action in London. What's going on in this country? Are they trying to bring it down? Because that's what it seems to be. And I mean, for the purposes of YouTube, this is purely my opinion. And I'm not spreading any disinformation. I've only given you facts so far. And the facts are that channel3now.com didn't look legit to me, and I don't think it is. And now the papers are saying it's linked with Russia. Now, come on. Come on. Really? We're now grabbing at straws, aren't we? Keep it simple. The most simple explanation is probably the one that works. And the simple explanation is that this guy wanted clicks and views, and he did that for clicks and views. He just made up a name, stuck stuff on it, and thought, this will fire people up. And he was right. It did fire people up. And he's to blame for that. But so's the MSN. So's the police. So's the government. Because they could have been all over this, and they could have put the right information out a damn sight quicker than they did. So why hold back when you know the possible consequences are going to be civil unrest? Why hold back? There's questions here that I can't answer. And I think there's questions there that you guys want answers to, and they won't be forthcoming. Oh, I'm frustrated at people's absolute stupidity, and I don't mean you guys. Anyway, let me find my chat again, because I've lost it in all this throwing windows about the screens. Right. Where are we? Right. Julie, Artifact in Reality, Shalini, Beats and Tapes. This is a long 4 minutes. I never said it would be 4 minutes, did I? Police last night, disgrace. Sorry guys about my language, blah blah blah, 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 blah. Right. Yeah, so there we go, people. Oh, one's here as well. It's working class people angry and scared and unheard. Yeah, you're right, and I've said that on a number of occasions over the last couple of days. That's exactly what it is. And you can't treat people in this way. You can't treat us like mushrooms. If you continually keep us in the dark and feed us shite, something eventually will burst through. And you don't want that. You just don't want that. Oh. So, thank you. Thank you for listening to me and allowing me to vent and get that off my chest. To be fair, it doesn't really matter who did it. But a certain group seem to have taken on the mantle of being the victim. Now, the victims here are those kids and their families. Nobody else is a victim here. You're maybe been brought in by circumstance, but you're not a victim and very far from it. And don't think you'll get my sympathies by playing that card. Anyway, there we go. So I'm now going to go and try and relax before my 9 o'clock appointment with Ed, and I shall have to have a glass of wine tonight. I'm just frustrated, terribly frustrated. So you'll see me again. You'll see me at 9 o'clock. But there you go. I don't think, is there anything else that I didn't cover? Is there anything else you would like me to discuss? They know what they're doing. Well, I think they do, Julie. Yeah, and yeah, I know Keith said something about putting in more controls, and I thought he'd said something about. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I can't listen to his Keir Starmer in that kind of quantity, and I think he definitely said something about building new units, new interactive police units, something like an FBI. We've already got the National Crime Agency, so what do we need all this for? Anyway, we've got everything in place to do this. We don't need new units. We don't need new intelligence. We don't need new laws. And I thought he said something about new legislation, but apparently Adam Brimson corrected me and said, to be fair, he said we could use existing legislation, and that's correct. We have all the tools that we need to do anything, and we don't need more surveillance. This is already the most surveilled country in the world. And you know who runs it? Especially, you know who runs it in Scotland? A certain country in the Middle East that's knocking hell out of another country, another non-country in the Middle East. So that's who runs Scottish government surveillance. Yeah, there we go. Right, that's me, I'm done. It's been great. It's been great for me, and I'm pretty sure it's been great for you.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what